caution, 130 for the average.
Oh, and he's just lost the back end. It's a half spin then for John. Let's take a little look.
Watching online, yeah. On the...
Oh my god. Okay.
Oversteer, Martin. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, he's turned in from...
Porque não me pareceu ter o toque do Osvaldo, nada, né? O carro guinou para a direita ali, ó. A gente tem até as marcas ali do toque na zebra.
Santero en maniobra defensiva, primer toque entre los dos. El segundo toque, Santero a la banquina, cruza la pista y fíjense que Cotignola saca el auto.
De esquivar Iribarne, pero no tuvo suerte en esta ocasión.
Y no sé, me parece que no es Gini.
Y estaba todavía Martínez por el lado interno.
Exactamente.
Y sí, en la salida de la confitería, ahí está.
Se enganchó
Y cuando aceleró en la tierra, lo perdió y terminó golpeándose lamentablemente el menor de los Y venían todos lentos por adentro porque Fuentes la hace lenta. Y Dalmas por afuera se mandó un maniobrón. Ahí está, fíjense, queda cruzado el auto de Dalmas, se lo lleva por delante Luis.
Do Marcos Gomes, o líder do campeonato, janta e roda o Forest ali no meio. Roda também a Ligier, batida, uma catástrofe na largada. ¡Qué isso!
Se intenta cuando de la Santina, cuando Bustamante y cuando Cortina se engancharon. Se tocaron los autos.
¿Qué pasa? Patek, y detrás de Patek viene Brian Lecop que golpea con...
Por fuera, a ver si será la maniobra o no. Para se tocaron los dos. Otra vez lamentablemente afuera Álvarez. Uy, volcó. El vuelco se dio en leve y queda el auto de...
Ia dar aqui toque. Aqui capotância do...
Ganhar posição para a subida que se segue. Ele dá um toque no Adão Pinto e o Adão Pinto perde um bocado o controle do carro, mas pior fica o António Sousa, que esse perdeu.
So something's happened. Theodor Jensen, oh, he's gone. It's the man behind who's gone for the move. That is Alex Abkasava, and I'm afraid that is such a gutsy move from Alex Abkasava. They've locked wheels and get alongside it. They are going to go wheel to wheel. Oh, the contact! Otter's going to go into the barriers, is he? Oh my goodness, Kakinosh Otter out of the race.
レース時間あと16分ほどとなっておりますので、まだ応募してなかった。
Wow.
Let's take another look. What happened here? That's the initial contact that we saw between Martin Z and the number 9, David Zhu. Then the secondary contact. That is a very unhappy driver indeed. That's a big hit.
车，来看一下刚才发生什么。这是高悬的赛车，在发车的时候啊，直接是由于自己的操作。哦，这边两台赛车是发生了碰撞啊，98号赛车和60。
Time on, here we go. We've got a replay and a look. Yeah, he's dropped it into turn 1. So high speed into turn 1 in these cars, and it's...
There is a big trail of oil through the middle from the front on view. So yeah, it was on fire.
So the good news is it doesn't look like...
Also, Bruno Van Dijk had an awful lot of speed and nowhere to use it with the 3 cars in front struggling. Look, contact there. That is Louis Darling making contact. We've got plenty of cars then off into the gravel trap. Let's see whether they can get them. So he looks like he might well make it up the inside. He does indeed. And they're short looking to the outside though. Caruso can't contact between the 2 cars, and that's going to take short back out. And what's happened? Looking for a white car. There's a car spinning in the middle of the track there, and that's caused a chain reaction from cars further down the field, and a contact there. Oh, a bit of a nasty rock and roll moment through the middle of...
way out in front, and Ashley Morris dropping back almost into the hands of the Mini Coopers behind them. Ollie Mortimer then leading the main...
Henry in that lap. It was first of all Henry on the inside.
Big contact on the start finish line on the Beatson's Built Supply Bridge. That is one of the green cars there just off into the background. That was
line. As long as he places his car on it, he will be fine.
That was Richard Higgins and Will Listers. The two of them come together up at Druids Corner. Richard Higgins...
Already a move there coming from South on the attack. Falk's out of shape. Falk is out of shape into turn 1. Falk and Thunderbird have crashed into turn 1.
It was a massive of race 2. Oh, Diaz out of shape, coming right across and into Gilbots. Oh my goodness, a massive moment there.
He needs smoke X on that windscreen. Oh boy! Wow!
Closer. So here finally we have a replay. Oh, Alexander Christiansson and Ole and Arndt having a bit of a contact. Luckily they avoided everyone else.
Oh my.
That doesn't exist. You've got a new road and the sat nav hasn't updated, and it suddenly goes across a field. It's like, oh, hang on, it's over at Castlesham.
It's puncture. It's got to be. Just as that's the Avia WNS Motorsport car. Oh, which has just had an incident. Oh my word! The Avia
to the wall, and just got the back end of that. Once you go offline there, that's a drag strip, which it's still wet off the track as well, and. What did he do? Oh, it sounded like he got a wheel in the gravel, didn't it?
Didn't it?
Just went a bit wide into the corner.
I mean, fortunately, it didn't look like a two. So, I don't know why the yellows are waving for the cars. I think there's a bonnet up on Springov's car. Tano Neumann going spinning as I think that Avia WNS Motorsport. We just have a quick look here. It was car 9 on the inside of 8, and it was just 3 cars into 1. Was never going to go. Motorsport are quite happy to see this safety car because Josef Knott, he may want to finish on the top step of the podium. The team don't need him to do everybody because Ed's always going to take the other side off. This is looking from the front, and there we go. It's auto.com. There we go. Great advertising, actually. We're going to see what happened there. Well, at the moment, we're seeing this fight. What a fight that was. And it looked like it was all on his own. I think he just got a bit of curb, didn't he? And the back end.
Yeah, which means that just taking the checkered flag was a huge impact, wasn't it? The car was fully off a second or so as well. The rain that we've had in the build-up to this weekend as well has filled those tyres in the tyre barrier. So it's a pretty heavy tyre barrier.
Now, from a long way back, a recovering Berrio caught the back of the, what did you say that car was?
That's the Pegasus car.
And Aguilera could do little about that, apart from maybe charge his way back up the spin. And where's Hayden Chance? He's avoided it.
Let's have a look here. Just saw the end of that. So the damage we can see is that to the rear, but it had already nosed in any case, but the heavier damage.
You really should commend, because, and then there was this issue. Now, it just appears that the 58 car turned right. I was wondering whether there was a puncture, possibly as a result of contact, maybe just a tyre that went down. And then this nerf out of the way for the number 97 car, and that was now a spin for the 11 CD Sport car, and almost in sympathy of them. Was that the more Motorsport car just up? Mike Wainwright?
Yes.
So Mike Wainwright's 86 Ferrari has clashed with the 28, the former race leader, and Pino dissimulating moving. Oh, now there's contact with the Vector Sport car, and there's a problem now massively because everything's condensing, and that was the DK.
Over indeed, Yevon David tries to get the lead back again. Ryabov tries to get third place back, and again cannot get it stopped. Simonazzi up in the area for the second race in a row. Simonazzi's been clattered in.
We see the replay of it now. Andreas Koenig diving to the inside. I think there was a gap there from the camera angle that we saw there for Al-Hegi. And that in replay as Al-Hegi just kisses the back. Let's take a look in replay here at Corinna Gosner. Well, finding a way past work in so doing, and this in replay was Fabrizio Fontana. We can just see through on the picture, and just as I was talking about Andrea Levy, I regret to say, and in avoidance of Scrimpias, those two drivers skate across the track and the grass as well. We have a red flag, which I regret. Nico, he got it sideways, then is pirouetting across the track, and that was a big impact. So the most important thing is that Ken is out of the car, and Ken is perfectly okay. Nico Talal Shayer, as the rest of the cars make their way through as well. And Talal Shayer, I believe, has made contact with the barriers and does, you can see. Oh, as John has gone onto the grass. Oh, goodness me. And that is Harry as much speed as he makes contact with Ernst Kirchmeier, and then ahead of the chicane, loses the back end of the car and is into the barriers. That for sure will be a...
If they intervene or if they...
Oh, that's Klaus Branson. My goodness me. Across the grass where he was butter packet. Well, I think you're right. It is Luigi Coluccio. I mean, you know, that was just...
He's not alone. Nico Menzel did the same. Oh, wow.
That was
a
really aggressive from Rolf Nike. I don't know if he was trying to avoid the back of the car in front of him.
I wonder if it was under...
That looked like a mirror that had been caught up. Oh, wow. It's a big high-speed off for Kiki Saknana. The damage coming from the arm bar, which is a little surprising. No, sorry, it was Marcin Jedlinski getting in. So that's where the damage has come for Polcini. He was just collecting. Della Rogia, yes, he has. He's lost it. There was already front damage on that car, was then. Blanchimont, and he's now third position. A spin, though, for the Greystone GT. McLaren takes with him the number 7 car collection Porsche. He was trying to the race and right down to the checkered flag. We've got dramas in Pro-Am with Marcin Jedlinski.
That was the Pro-Am leader.
I think Coder had already got the lead, but Marcin Jedlinski ending his day in this Filio for the first time of asking. Babini braking very, very late, but Nicolas Salen's making contact with everyone going into the first corner. Has he damaged his car? That is one of the championship Canadian cars, and he's taken past him on the run out there. We're not going to see how he ended up in the gravel. I think maybe it's just because he didn't have the front
lap. Here's the moment again.
So it's Van Dierendonk just closing the door ever so slightly on Zelga, not quite leaving the space. So they then make contact and ricochet into Tommaso Lavati over his championship rival. Oh, contact going into the Filio chicane with the...
Una altimetría con pocos altibajos y ahí estamos viendo cómo Jesús Parisi tira con fuerza. Y atención porque tenemos ya el primer...
The pole sitter immediately having a little bit of a hip check there with Dufro. Oh, a contact! And Garelli is off the circuit at the very first corner. His PK Car Sport teammate, Anthony Kumpert, involved as well. Vargas, Reberg, other drivers also caught up in dramas. Luca Lascelles. We get a replay here, I think, of the barriers being disturbed on the last lap. Goodness me! Casso and Lando were fighting it out there towards the end of the race. Of course,
beats him to line contact. Honeycutt hit by Ruggiero, who gets McKee. They're sideways in front of McKee, and up into the wall is Ruggiero and McKee with Honeycutt barely scraping by.
Here's Jonathan Cash on the outside of Jake Crum. Cash looks like he might have just wiggled a little bit, got into the 12, trying to steer off of him, and that car wound up. There is Crum going to the inside. Hirschman comes down. Man, that looks like both of those just battling for the same real estate on the race.
Says yes.com machine. You can see the initial contact, Parker Eatman and his sellers trying to stay to the top of the racetrack. It's just one of those cases as a race car driver sometimes, Eric, where you guess his way up into contention. He's up to 4 trouble. Ryan Wilson hard on the wall with Parker Eatman, Chase Burrow and more in a massive wreck in turn number 1.
Nick's career, my goodness, look at that in the background. That was enormous, James. That's why that gravel trap's so big. Look how far into the gravel he is. His high side. Free practice 2, 6 BSB champions on the grid, and that could be nasty. I thought that was going to happen. That's the danger. And the 41 is Vaineman hits the front. And look at Aldi almost pinned up against the curb. Oh, Pepe Osuna down. Pepe Osuna loses it, and someone else is down on a Yamaha.
Every bit of it as he comes into this. Also, look at this Garcia. So that's one of the KTMs down in the back of that group on the left-hand side of your screen. And there he goes.
Yeah, just loses the front into turn 13. Real shame from the Magny-Cours winner in there. In second, Torres. In third, the Kobe.
Oh, and that is Carter Thompson down the Australian. Going in, yes. Look, his kind of high side going in, which has then threw him over the opposite side of the bike. I guess how he's lost the bike there and not had a huge accident and slid down the middle of the track is...
No, he's not. He goes down and do on the... Oh, it
was always going to happen. Coming from so far back, Cham was never going to stop.
Turn to that hard braking point.
Oh, we just tapped the throttle in, I think, there, Anthony. Just unsettled the front and off it goes.
Yeah, on Tuesday and Wednesday, and there it goes. Yeah, he had a similar crash, didn't he, Friday? So it's 24th place. So I can't imagine him carrying on in this one. But he might do just to get the data for tomorrow and the long race tomorrow as well. This is him going wide. There's Van der Mark going wide. And I think that might have just put the world champion off.
This is what happened.
Yeah, and you can see it there where basically 3 into 1 don't go, and for all the riders, you're always...
And Carrasco has got it done on Herrera. No, Sarah Sanchez has gone down, and that is absolutely not. Corner, Sarah Sanchez is looking to come through on Maria Herrera. Where is... Oh, no! That's the championship.
Pembalap yang berasal dari ART seperti... Terjatuh satu pembalap di sana, hadirin. Oh, sayang seribu sayang. Dan inilah, hampir saja kehilangan kendali Zivan Rozo. Terjatuh pembalap-pembalap kita, harus terhempas di sana. Dan inilah dia pembalap. High side saja, sayang seribu sayang untuk bintang sepertinya hadir. Timnya ART Jogja pastinya teman-teman semuanya. Dan terlihat dengan baik juga Aan. Terjatuh satu pasukan namanya. Pasukan kuning dari Merak sepertinya. Terjatuh di Mas. Sayang 969 di sana hadirin sekalian. Satu merasak naik Fahmi Basam. Oh, ada yang terjatuh sepertinya. Nampaknya ada baju perwakilan dari GG Galak-Galak.
Uphill as the Spanish rider collided with a Czech rider. That was Julio Pando going down through the first turn.
佐々木選手のマシンです。ホールショットは一番右側から本田七海。転倒が複数。3はどのマシンか。いや横山かビクトルだ。ビクトルだ。そして複数台の転倒の中に大塚千尋。
後の体力がね。
横山が転倒。下りでの転倒です。
痛かった、大丈夫かな。
すぐにマシンを起こすことができない。